All right, here we are back for week 5 of the Web Mistress video montage. Quick recap of week 4. El Cheeto Lido versus Web Mistress. Okay, so yes, she got beat by her boyfriend. But that just means that he won't get to see the rest of this little outfit, will he? Most boyfriends would have let their girlfriends win. Who's the real loser now? Yellow Men versus Jack Bauer. Pee-wee's big adventure gets his first win. It took him long enough. Despite a quarterback who got a whopping -3 points, he's still in the number 4 spot for points. At least he's got the win, but he's still no Jack Bauer. Yellow Man isn't having a stellar year either, but he is notorious for sneaking his way into the playoffs. Taiwan on Dragons versus Telecommunist. How do you like those extra bonus points now, Taiwan on, for a kicker? Had it not been for Baroness, you would have had the least points for the week. Oh, my bad, you still had the least points anyway. It just would have been way worse. The Communist, much like the current president's MO, is ruling the United Nations at 4-0. He didn't need that Lexus thief after all. Los Fritos versus Cellar Dwellers. As the mistress predicted, Cellar added another notch to his wall. This should have been the game of the week. At least both players were competitive. Had Los Fritos started the tried and true Shab, he would have won, but he went with the dog killer and ended up on the bench due to a sandwiching by 2 defenders. That sounds a little fishy to the web mistress. She bets a couple of dogs seeking revenge attempted to bite off his finger. Get your minds out of the gutter. Running Red versus Spartans. The mistress' little pep talk didn't do much for Running Red. His Sooners came out and dominated a disgrace of a football team named Longhorns. But Little Red could not conjure up Sooner magic for himself. Sparty is having more than an average year, and you're not missing Hines Ward a bit, are you, Sparty? Spartans is on a mission this season and is making the mistress quite happy. Peaches and Cream versus Southpaws. Not a bad matchup here either. The mistress predicted another embarrassment to Creamy, but his Patriots defense came through with a vengeance. Last time he had a defense that scored a lot of points. There was controversy and he was accused of cheating. But this time there was 400 yards, 3 DTDs, 4 interceptions, 2 sacks, a BFB, a BFTD, a DFTD, an INTTD, and 2 STDDs. Better get yourself to a doctor. Stat! Southpaws continued his winning ways, but it was a Monday night nail-biter. All right, now, on to the Week 5 matchups. Sorry, Southpaws versus El Cheeto Lido. These two owners have as much in common as Obama and George W. do. One is a laid-back, humble gentleman, the other a ruthless, cold-hearted player. You decide which is which. This matchup pits Manning versus Manning, Fitz versus T.O., and Nate versus Neil. Cheetos has running back bye issues too. Web mistress pick, Southpaws. Ever the gentleman. He truly hates running up the score, but he does it again. Taiwan on Dragons at Los Fritos. CBS picks this game as game of the week. Why not? So will the mistress. This should be a good matchup with Orton versus Schaub, the D's, D'Angelo and Deshaun, and the Vikings D versus the Bears D. Frito gets himself a kicker and all will be right in the world. Web mistress pick. Got to go with the Fritos for the tasty crunch. Yellow Men at Spartans. Spartans, he's our man. The mistress knows that you all think that Spartans is her favorite. Well, she's not going to lie, he is. She roots for the underdog always, and there is no bigger dog than Sparty. Yellow Man kicks himself daily for picking Rogers over Manning. But alas, it's just not your year. Let somebody else have a chance. Webmistress pick for the third win in a row, Spartacus! Here is your shot through the heart, right into Yellow Man's soul. Peaches and cream at Telecommunist. The Webmistress made an error in her previous montage. It is not Jack Bauer who is the worst team. It is Peaches and Cream. You shot your wad early. And it's barely week 5. That is truly the best versus the worst matchup this week. The Mistress will not waste time on semantics. Webmistress pick, Telecommunist will remain undefeated as Peachy realized just how bad he truly sucks. Jack Bauer at Cellar Dwellers. The Mistress owes Jack an apology. No more Pee-wee references for you. Seems like when the Mistress calls out a man in this league, he is quick to respond. Cellar Dwellers did it 2 weeks ago, and now Jack has risen to the occasion. Cutler's going to redeem himself and show Chicagoians why they love their bears. Webmistress pick, Jack Bauer saves the world, at least one game at a time. And finally, Webmistress at Running Red. Some people seem to think that Tommy Brady is going to tank since he's lost his #1 man, Randy Moss. The Webmistress highly disagrees. Heck, even Running Red doesn't even seem to think that Moss is very good because you've got him on the bench. The Pats are on a bye this week, so there's no need to discuss. But you naysayers can bite the Mistress on the butt. Webmistress pick. She had a slight relapse in week 4, but she returns to fine form this week. So, with that, that is week 5 of the Webmistress video montage. Good luck!